Hey, welcome back to another video. I hope you're rocking 2024. You're coming into the new year with a bang. Hope everybody's safe. You still got all your fingers. We had a good time here at the house, guys. Let off some fireworks, had a cookout with our favorite people. But anywho, today's gonna be a cool thing. I'm gonna show you some awesome tips and tricks for casting, and we're gonna do a little competition. Now this competition, if you participate, could earn you a free rod. Now this is gonna be called the Okuma Challenge. Now this is what I'm gonna offer you guys. So off in the distance, you see buckets. They're set at different lengths, but we're gonna focus on the one here at the gray bucket. It's approximately 50 feet. We used a measuring tape to come up with that number. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna do what I'm calling the Okuma Challenge. So if you wanna participate, we're gonna let this run to the end of January. What you have to do is the casting challenge. You get you a casting weight. This is a 1 ounce weight and a fishing rod of your choice. Doesn't have to be Okuma. But what we're gonna do is see how many casts it takes to get into the gray bucket. Now, if you wanna participate and potentially win a free SRT, I want you to upload your own video to YouTube. This can be on your cell phone. No cuts can happen. You can't turn off the power. It's gotta be a steady video. And cast until you get it into the bucket. Now you're gonna upload it and tag at Okuma and at Salty Scales. I think it's at Okuma Fishing. You may want to play with that. And then email me at joshua@saltyscales.com. Let me know you did, just in case I didn't see the tag. Now, the one who can land this into the bucket without any deviation of the camera, or the one who does it the quickest without any cuts, you're going to win a free SRT fishing rod. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So the one who lands the cast the first in the least amount of casts before the end of January is going to be the winner of a free Okuma SRT. All you got to do, upload your video, tag us at Salty Scales at Okuma, send me an email, joshua@saltyscales.com. Without further ado, let's see how many times it takes me to get it. I did do this earlier and it took 8 casts. Chris is still casting. I think he's out there right now casting. Hey, let's try this. Now the irony here, guys, this is a 7.6 medium light. I just got this rod in from Okuma. It's still got the plastic on, so Dave's gonna give me hell for that. But hey, I know I'm gonna get this in like the second cast. You pulling for me? Let's go. Now the wind's blowing out here. I don't want to use an excuse, but I have to tell you, we got probably, I don't know, 10 knot wind right here. That's 2. Yeah, if you look at the palm trees, you'll see that side wind that I'm getting every now and then. It's actually kind of swirling a little bit. All right, so that's 2. Oh, there it is, Chris. Walk it down there and show them. That was cast number 3, baby. So who could do it? You don't have to beat mine, but here, let's just walk and talk right now. Let's walk and talk.
Let's not talk.
Let's not talk?
It gets super unstable when we're walking with this camera.
All right.
You could try, but...
Show them the bucket here. Look at that. She made it, guys. So, I did it in 3 casts. Now, again, if you're gonna do this challenge, the Okuma Casting Challenge, you can't have a cut in your video. Use your cell phone, guys. You don't have to get any fancy DSLRs or microphones or anything like that. It's just for the fun of it, trying to get an interactive community, and hey, maybe you'll win a free rod while practicing your casting. It's a win-win situation. Now, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna spin it up a little bit. We're gonna film Chris now because Chris says he's a sharpshooter, and we're gonna put it to the test. So Chris is already making excuses. So this is cast number 1.
Oh, that was at the long bucket. That don't count.
Oh, that's at the long bucket. Stop screwing around, Christopher. These guys want to see you make this thing. So Chris, he's booking charters. Let's see if he'll be able to cast your bait where it's supposed to go.
Anybody that's booked a charter knows I can.
Oh, man. Now we know it's lying. Here we go. First one.
Ooh.
Ooh. You know what? Let's take a little zoom into that, guys, so we can see what's happening here. He's still at
They can't really hear you, remember? You'll be like off in the distance. You can put little words down there. Oh, that's bad.
Let them know. Cast number 2.
That's real bad. That was number 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. 4. I believe it's 4. If I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments. English or counting is hard. Oh, Dude, that was like an inch away. I'm going with the side cast. Do better with the side, like for the mangroves. Damn, I'm right next to it. Oh, I think it would have sailed to the left a little bit. Oh, what is that? I'm not even counting. That's 7, right? 5. That was 5? 6? All right, we'll say 6. Gosh, you guys are gonna roast us in the comments. Sorry for not paying attention on that.
Overshot that one by 2 feet.
Dude, it seems so close.
Not an easy shot, really. You also have to have the angle.
Yes, it's all about the angles. It's not really a pocket in the mangroves. I gotta go up and in it.
So let them know, this is what's good to help you with precision casting.
Really, guys, one thing that I could say as a charter captain is trust me, your cast matters. Ask any client that's booked us, Josh alone, me alone. Every time we pick up the rod and we put the bait where it needs to go, I promise you, you catch a fish almost 90% of the time, because we're telling you that inches matter in the fishing game, and it's the truth. Oh, what is that, like 9? Probably so off.
All right, so we're gonna have to do a round 2 for Chris.
Wow, I get a round 2?
Yeah.
That's pretty messed up.
All right, that was your ability to practice.
Ooh, I had it. Now we'll try the overhand. I felt better with the side though. Yeah, that was bad. Please watch this time lapse. 5,000 casts later.
It might be a time lapse.
All right, there we go.
What are you doing? You gave up?
I didn't give up. That was a good effort.
What does it say on TV when you say it says your whatchamacallit expired?
Your what?
What is it when your episode? What is it called? Your whatchamacallit has expired. Like when they have an episode on TV or something.
I don't know. I was gonna say pay your bill because your cable's expired. Oh, I give up.
Let me get that. Hey guys, I had to go ahead and do a time lapse of that because Chris was like 50 cast in, and as you can tell, he says 40, but
he's embellishing.
Listen, what I could tell you guys is this challenge is a little more difficult than you might think.
They have to use a 5-gallon bucket.
You do have to use a 5-gallon bucket, so make sure that you stick with that. And guys, precision casting, it can really help you. But let me give you a few tips on what I like to do when I'm out here practicing and doing things like that really help pay off when we're on the water. All right, a couple simple tips, guys, that I think will really help you. As you can tell here, you want to make sure that your lure, or in this case your practice weight, isn't very far or too short from the tip. Usually I give it about, a good foot or so, and this is going to help you with your control and your precision casting. All right, so another thing, guys, that you really want to make sure that you're aware of, when you're grabbing this line with your index finger, you don't want it to be too far deep. So if it's that far deep, you're oftentimes going to have it hang up on your finger, and it's really going to prevent your cast from going, where you want it. It also adds more friction. So what I like to do is literally put it on the midway point of your finger, almost like when you're shooting a gun. If you've been watching my new channel, guys, Taylor's Tactical, I highly recommend you go subscribe if you like shooting. It's kind of the same concept when you're shooting. You don't want to put your finger too far deep or too little. You want that perfect balance and control. And the most important thing is, it's no right or wrong way. You really want to do what works best for you. And coming out here and practicing will allow you to figure that out. Another thing that's going to help you with your precision is going to be, obviously, the type of rod you're using. If you're throwing artificial, for example, you're going to want something that has a decent backbone but has a nice tip. And this is going to help you with your control. But the other thing is the weight of the lure that you're throwing. For example, this is only an ounce. If you have something too heavy or too light, it's going to be, obviously, it's going to change the way it casts, especially if you have elements such as higher winds like we do today. The lighter this is, the more the wind is going to have an impact. So make sure you're taking those things in consideration when you're out practicing. Use a similar dummy weight that you would for like a lure weight that you typically would throw, and this will help you when you get onto the water. So one more time, just reiterating the rules. You got to film constantly, no stop, no cuts. The one who makes it in the bucket from 50 feet, well, obviously, we're going to be able to see it on video, but we're going to go with the honor method. The one who makes it the quickest, and then post before January, what is it, 30th?
Yeah, just February 1st.
February 1st. Yeah, let's go to February 1st. So whoever posts before February 1st will be in the running, and whoever could do it in the least amount of time. So if you make it in the first attempt and you're recording it and you upload it, hey, make sure you tag us at Salty Scales and Okuma Fishing USA, and also shoot me an email, joshua@saltyscales.com, so we can review it. This is just a fun way to get the community involved, get you out practicing. And let me tell you, down here in Florida right now, it's 70 degrees, 74 degrees, absolutely gorgeous besides the high winds. So if you're not fishing, get out practicing. And guys, make sure you give a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay tuned to future events and giveaways. Until next time, we'll see you on the water.